Good day, Tube Series 1 here for a Marvel Legends full wave action figure review. Today we're looking into X-Men Age of Apocalypse Wave 1. Let's take a look first at Weapon X. So for Weapon X we have Weapon X himself, the Wolverine of Age of Apocalypse, and Jean Grey in their packaging. So behind at the back here we have a write-up. Next, we have some team members of the Astonishing X-Men, which is the Sunfire, Wild Child, and Morph. Here they are in their packaging, and behind or the back of their packaging, here's the write-up. Next we have is the X-Men or the Cable of the Age of Apocalypse and the Dark Beast. Here they are in their packaging, and flip it over to the back. Here we can see a product shot and the write-up. For all of the art that was made for the boxes, it was made by David Nakayama, who is very famous for making most of the Marvel Legends box art. First, let's take a look at Jean Grey, or what they call in Age of Apocalypse as Phoenix. She comes with the biggest part of the Build-A-Figure, which is the Sugar Man head or face or torso. Flip it over, here we can see the back of the figure and the back of the Build-A-Figure. One noticeable difference between the comic book design of Phoenix and the action figure is the chest area. It's similar to how Hasbro tries to be conservative in terms of their female action figure. Now, from the back, we can see also a difference in the character's design, and most toy reviewers complain about how ugly the rear part of Jean Grey looks like. It's probably because they omit certain features of her pants, which again, it is because of a conservative choice of Hasbro, or I don't know. Well, I played around with the body of the figure, putting different heads on her. Here we have her with the Cerebro on top of her head. Then we have her with the ponytail Jean Grey. Then the Emma Frost head. Next we have is Wolverine, or Weapon X in Age of Apocalypse. He comes with the Sugar Man leg, and you can see here it's pretty much close to his design in the comic book. The only thing that somewhat bothers me is his face. In Andy Kubert's art, they did not put any eyeballs on him, and it looks pretty good rather than having eyeballs. So yeah, pretty much close in terms of design. Similarly to Wild Child, there's nothing much to discuss here. Wild Child is an exact replica of what he looks like in the comic books. Wild Child comes with a Build-A-Figure part, the back of Sugar Man. Next we have is Morph. He comes with the Build-A-Figure part, the left leg of Sugar Man. He doesn't have any accessories, which is a bit of a disappointment, because in Age of Apocalypse we can see how strong or how amazing his powers are. Several times he would use it as a joke, like kissing Pietro here, and then sometimes he would transform into a big brick wall, big brick, and it falls on Holocaust. And you can see here that it seems that he adapted in terms of the properties of the brick as well, crushing Holocaust. Similarly here, when he transforms himself into a wall protecting Blink from some acid, it seems that the acid doesn't affect him. One of the other cool things that he did was he also became some kind of a piece of board or wood that where the whole X-Men just rides over and Sunfire transport them. Morph's power is a shapeshifter, so he can simply change his look depending on which character he wants to copy. And it's pretty much easy for us Marvel Legends collectors because we have lots of heads, so we can simply pop over new heads on this figure. And adjust accordingly. One thing I noticed about the character design of Morph with the action figure is the elbow pads and knee pads are missing. I believe Hasbro decided to do this because it would prevent articulation if he has those thick elbow and knee pads. And on the back, some missing line, but it's no big deal. Next we have Sunfire, and he comes with 2 of the 4 arms of Sugarman. In terms of character design, he has the most black lines on his body. So all of this is painted, and for some parts the black lines are missing, like in the hands, and he doesn't have these knee pads and shoulder pads, which may prevent his articulation. That's why they removed it. When you look at the back, this somewhat round thing that hangs on along his neck is missing as well in the back, and some other black designs at the back as well. Next we have X-Men, and it comes with the other set of the 2 arms of Sugarman. In terms of character design, it's pretty close to the comic book, except for the abs part wherein there is supposed to be some kind of straps there, and it's not there. And they did some extra design on his pants, which is not in the comic books, as you can see. In terms of his jacket, there are some missing design on the shoulders, some squares on the shoulder, and on the back there's supposed to be a plaid like that. It's somewhat a mini cape for X-Men, and it's not there. So here we have a group shot of the heroes of the Age of Apocalypse Marvel Legends Wave 1. Next we have Apocalypse henchman Dark Beast. Not much to talk about here because it's a perfect representation of the comic book character. Same is true for the Build-A-Figure Sugarman, which is a perfect representation of the comic book character, except for a missing tattoo on one of his arms, the one with the heart with the name Sugar. Next we have Apocalypse himself, and it's a perfect representation again of the character in the comics. Though it's drawn differently, but yeah, pretty much close. Here is a group shot of the villains. And Apocalypse is actually a deluxe figure. In terms of the articulation, Weapon X and Wild Child shares a similar body, so they have the same articulation. Their heads are on a ball joint, so it's in a hinge, so you can look up and down easily, and can do a move backwards and forwards in terms of the head. Can easily look left, can easily look right, and he has a butterfly here, like a typical Wolverine. So he has bicep swivel here, double jointed elbows, a wrist swivel here. So better to put it here. Wrist swivel here, can hinge upward that much, hinge downward that much. He has a ab crunch here, can crunch that one, forward, crunch backward. He has a waist swivel as well there, and he has his legs can kick upward that much, can kick backward that much as well. He has a upper thigh swivel here, has double jointed knees, stand that much. He doesn't have a cap swivel. Big difference in terms of the other male figures which has it. He has an ankle rocker, so his feet can rock, can tilt that much, and tilt downward that much as well. These three share a similar body mold, so they have all the basic articulations like Weapon X and Wild Child. In addition to that is they have a cap swivel right here. That's the only difference. Everything is basically the same in terms of articulation for this tree as well. For Beast, it's the same articulation with Weapon X and Wild Child. It seems that they share the same body mode with a butterfly here. Crunch. And he doesn't have a cap swivel here. But in extras, his feet, like the Blue Beast, would hinge downward that much and hinge upward that much, which is pretty clever. He has an ankle rocker as well for that. So that's for Dark Beast. The only female figure in this wave is Jean Grey or Phoenix, and has similarities as well in terms of the articulation of the males, except she doesn't have any waist swivel here, so that's all solid there. And also, she doesn't have a cap swivel here. Her elbows are not double jointed, so it's just a single jointed elbow. Sometime on the second half of the year 2021, we're expecting the second wave of the Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse. There's a lot of characters to choose from, and I would appreciate if you would write in the comments what you think would be the characters included in that wave. For the Astonishing X-Men, we already gotten Wild Child, Sunfire, and Mork. There's still a few more there, and probably we will get a Quicksilver or Storm. But what I'm really hoping for is characters from the Amazing X-Men, which are brand new. We have Banshee, which they can probably reuse to give us a 90s version of this character, Banshee. Probably a Build-A-Figure of Abyss is what we are hoping for this wave. And one I'm hoping for, but I doubt that will be given to us, is Dazzler. She really has a good character design in this universe. It's really good. Next is a possible choice is Gambit in the externals with Jubilee. I really don't like Gambit's design here, not one of my favorites. And we have Strong Guy here as well. And again, probably they might reuse the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure to release this guy, but I'm hoping not. I'm happy with my 90s Strong Guy. Another minor character in this universe is Angel, but he really looks good, and he can represent the non-Archangel type Angel from the early times of X-Men. One thing which I would somewhat expect is they would give us a Nightcrawler, because it's very easy. They just need to reuse the last Nightcrawler that they made. One nice character design here that I can see as well is the Mystique. It would be a little bit different from the 90s Mystique, but it really looks good. Another Build-A-Figure fart that we could expect is Colossus. I'm still hoping that, yeah, it could be Colossus with Kitty Pryde. Then again, they also have Juggernaut here, which is a bit different. He's somewhat a monk. And we have Dead Man Wade, or the Deadpool of this universe. Another possibility that they might give us is another Blink. The only difference that I can see from this Blink from the one that we got from the Caliban wave is the hair. Probably I just hope they just give us a different head sculpt so that it would match, so we can use it for the other Blink. But then again, it's Hasbro, probably they'll just create a new Blink with different color scheme. So there you go. That's what I think is the possible characters. Oh, by the way, Holocaust might be another possible Build-A-Figure in this way. I guess that's the better one. So we have, yeah, probably Holocaust, Colossus, probably Juggernaut or Strong Guy, and Abyss as the possible Build-A-Figures. But I'm really hoping for Holocaust or Abyss because they are new characters. Well, thank you for watching my somewhat quick review of the Age of Apocalypse wave. By now, there's a lot of in-depth reviews of this figure, so I just wanted to create a video that would discuss how it looks like in the comics, because I really like reading comics, and yeah, I like doing my research on this one because I can see the differences. Anyways, thank you for watching. Again, hope you can write your comments down below what you think is the upcoming characters in the Age of Apocalypse Wave 2. Stay safe and thanks.